Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is going to be the 8th episode of Heartland titled Out of the Darkness. So it'll be interesting to see what happens in this. As we know in the last episode, Melody the mare birthed her foal, which was named Daybreak because she was born at daylight. Ben went off to compete in a show, and sounds like he and his aunt might be on the mend. And Ty and Jack went off on basically like a cattle roundup, and of course Ty got hurt and met Tim again, and he obviously saw that Jack and Tim have some bad blood between them. I am really enjoying this show. I love getting to see the horses. You know, I like the dynamic between the family. And it's nice seeing, the differences between, of course, Amy and Lou. How you have Amy, who's the complete cowgirl and ranch hand, and Lou, who's the exact opposite, And you even see that, like, in their clothes, because you'll see that Lou will be going around wearing nice outfits and everything, and, Amy's wearing flannels and overalls. So it's nice that they give you that dynamic, the city girl versus the country girl. Let's get started. Someone your age. Way to go, Mallory. I hope we do find out, though, what happened to Jack's wife. Are they divorced? Is he a widower? I'm guessing he's a widower, but I don't know for a fact. So yeah, I hope we find out about it, and I bet we will.
Well, I wonder about that. Put Amy under a lot of pressure. It's probably not what you need right now. Not enough for you.
So because he's a stallion, obviously he kicked at the door. Obviously he's stressed, about the storm. He's scared. He's in a new place. He doesn't know where he's at. He's got all these people that he doesn't know. I mean, yeah, I can understand. It's going to be stressful and take its toll on him. Obviously, things will end up being okay, though. But, poor baby, seeing the burns on him and everything. Poor thing. And obviously, his owner, I hate using that term, but his owner is not cool. He's like, oh, small potatoes. 600 acres is small potatoes, dude? Jesus. I mean, I get it. Gallant Prince is a top show horse, top racer, so, he's used to big acres and stuff like that. But hey, Heartland is going to be the best place for him to get care. And obviously by the end of the episode we will see that.
And that you don't want to get involved or anything. But could you at least tell me where he is? How to get a hold of him? Please.
I hope.
It's really important.
Just don't tell Dad I told you.
Yeah, good idea.
This is the place?
Wow.
I guess so.
Okay, well, don't be long.
It's got like a random oven in the yard. Look like an oven. So we see that Ryan has been burned. Of course, they were warned that he had gotten burned in the fire too. And obviously he messed him up pretty well, like that woman said. They've been married for a year and a half, and now everything is just kind of gone downhill with it. And that type of thing makes you wonder, when it's something that bad, like, why was he being blamed? Because he was the one on duty. Well, just because he was the one on duty doesn't mean that he set the fire or anything. So I'm hoping that by the end of the episode they will be able to clear his name, because I'm guessing that he had nothing to do with it. Yeah, and maybe Gallant Prince, maybe what he wants is to be reunited with Ryan. You never know. He might be looking for a familiar face, and Ryan's it. There we go.
How's while I was gone?
Same.
So he thinks he's throwing away good money. The horse should probably be destroyed.
No!
Maybe he's right.
No!
Come on, Amy. Some horses just can't be helped.
You don't kill them!
Well, you understand, don't you?
No. That's still a life. You don't just throw it away.
He knows what he's got to do. As ready as he'll ever be.
Can we go if you want?
That was a beautiful scene with the mountains.
What?
Yeah, nice.
It's the occasion. He's going on a date. A date?
It's not a date.
Yes, it is. And clean up now.
Hi, everyone.
He went through and cleaned up. So how old is Ty? Is he 17, 18? Because obviously
Hey.
he can drive.
Good luck.
Ryan won't come now. I told him about the DVD, but he refuses to see it. Can I still see it though?
Never get one, Prince.
Oh no. Should have taken her car.
Doesn't break it. Look at me.
He'll recognize you.
Of course he will.
He'll know your voice. He'll know your smell.
Mm-hmm.
He'll know you.
Amy, I can't.
So I'd say that there's still a little bit of progress with the fact that Ryan came out of his room, because didn't his wife say that he really didn't, that he basically just sat there? But you know, you gotta give Ryan credit. Even though he blames himself, it's clear that he really, truly cares about Prince. You know, really and truly, because, you know, he takes on himself, he says he can't see him, you know, and that he blames himself. And that's all, you know, that's all because he cares about him. He loves that horse. You know, that's kind of like his horse. So, you know, you can understand that it hurts him the way it does. And obviously, you know, things are going to get better. And I'm sure he's probably not happy with the burn on his face. But you know what? It's like, so it happened. If anything, look at it as a battle scar. You know, you won the battle against that fire because you saved the horse. You both survived. That should be a symbol of power, a symbol of strength and honor, you know. So, we have 17 minutes left. Everything will be okay. You know, they got the truck working at least. At least they made it.
At least we got you to your sale.
I think it was just flooded, eh? Although I was very much enjoying our picnic.
The picnic was nice.
Hi, how are you?
Better?
Oh.
You're here?
Oh.
Just gonna go see what lot they're up to. Excuse me, gentlemen.
So, Jack, I didn't know you knew my wife.
Yeah,
Shit!
I do.
Easy enough.
You've tried how many times to get through to that guy? I wish I would have known you when I would.
It'll be okay. Uh-oh.
Hi.
Hi.
Well, you say it's approved. Show me.
Obviously knew, because when he saw Sam, he realized, you know, yeah, this was the one, because he watched him. as I said in the first episode, horses are smart. We don't give them enough credit. They are very, very smart. And Prince is, you know, they tell you things. You just have to be willing to listen. So, you know, Ryan's wife obviously knew that Sam was at fault. And it does look like Sam was remorseful, so I have a feeling that it wasn't done on purpose, but it was, of course, totally his fault. Yet he let Ryan take the blame. So I could totally understand if Ryan never wanted anything to do with him. That would be his right. But, you know, Prince will recover now that Ryan is there. It's going to be an easier path. You know, they can kind of heal together.
His owner, Dan Hartfield, swears that Heartland was the saving grace for gallant Prince. They worked a miracle, he said, an absolute miracle.
Hey. They didn't even mention you, only they called you Tyler.
Great.
Grandpa is gonna flip when he sees this.
Hey, Amy. You know what he said to Brian the other day? If we only had one day, give us
So, I got all the dirt. Lisa's been divorced, has been for years. She got married to this guy that lived in the States, but when they split, she moved back to Fairfield. He moved back too, but they're not together, so your path is clear.
Good to know. Onward and upward, life after divorce.
You nervous?
At least they met.
Yes.
Me too. Just right?
Sure.
That's probably best doing a ride because she's in her element because she's with the horse and everything.
If we only had one day.
So I'm happy that they were able to take care of Prince, which I knew was going to happen. You know, I knew that Prince would be okay. And the truth came out, so Ryan will have a job and he can kind of move forward in his life because obviously things affect him. And as I said, you could tell he really cared about Prince. You know, Prince was his baby. So I'm glad that everything has turned out with that. And Ty is right, you know, he tells Amy take a chance, and she will, you know. It might be a little awkward between them for a little bit, but she will. And, you know, he said change can be a good thing. Yeah. Doesn't have to be bad, you know. So, episode 8, I'm probably going to start episode 9 here in a bit. I thank you for joining me for this react. I hope you enjoyed it as I did. Hit the like button if you did and subscribe for more content. There's going to be plenty more Heartland coming down the pipeline. Feel free to check out my other videos. I have done reacts to shows like Walker and Chucky and Nancy Drew and Secret Diary of a Call Girl and a few others, along with some movie reacts. So feel free to check any of them out. Stay tuned to this channel for more content because there's going to be plenty more coming. I'll see you next time. Bye.